7. Going down.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another fabulous CB and the Boys radio show. We have got a fabulous hot show tonight with some fire hot topics you don't want to miss. So just sit back and relax and buckle up. It's going to be a thrilling ride on CB and the Boys. So, see you in. George, roll it.
CB Booker, George, Record Boy Homie, Roger Hawkins, Mimi Acosta. Let's go! CB and the Boys, Midweek Motivator. Come on, gather around, get the 411, and let's talk about it.
Wow. Look like we are back. Welcome everybody to CB and the Boys. Welcome in everyone. So how is everyone doing this week? And George, looks like you are on a cruise. How are things going on your cruise?
No, I'm in the casino right now. People look over my shoulder. In the casino. It's casino time.
Don't let them come after you.
I actually have to have a cigarette.
You might want to mute yourself while you're going through the casino because you sound extremely loud on this end.
All right.
Ooh-wee. Love it. So yes, my people, George is out there doing his little cruising thing. I am good. I am here. I am present and accounted for. And Roger is on his way in from Mexico, honey. He's on the road, so he might not be with us tonight. But it's all good. So how are you, CB? How are you doing?
I'm good. Still here. How are you?
I'm here.
You ready for your 411?
I'm ready for everything and anything. So I guess I'm going to do my own thing because I see my boy out there doing his thing. But I'm ready for my drink.
I'm trying to get to the drink so I can be ready for the drink.
Gosh. Okay. You know what? I'm ready for my drink.
Come get the 411, and it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
Ew. I thought I wasn't gonna get it. Anyway.
Come get the 411, and it's Mimi's drink special. Mimi, let them know what you're sipping on.
I have a strange feeling that George just really wants me to get my drink on tonight while he's getting his on a ship. But I am having Moscato on tonight, guys. Sutter Home Moscato. That is the drink for the evening. So I'm keeping it nice and light.
Well, it looks like Diane is watching tonight. And she is also having Sutter Home White Zinfandel.
Yes, I was going to get that. And I was like, you know what? I love my Moscato. Hey, Trey, what's up? So, of course, you guys know I got my black straw and I got my wine on ice because that's how I do it. So, yes. So, CB, what you drinking?
Nothing. Water.
Oh, dang, I forgot to give me water. Anyway, yeah, I got to hydrate in a little bit. But, George, I know you're over there at the bar. So, what you about to get?
I'm just ordering a Mai Tai.
A Mai Tai?
Mai Tai. Yep.
Okay.
I'll show it to you as soon as they make it. As soon as they get done.
He loves that drink.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He's pouring it in. He's pouring it in. There he is. My time for the night. You got the my time for the win.
Yes, you do. So Trey, your boy George is out there on a cruise, so you already know how he doing. Yes, love is
Yes, sir.
good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's how we do it. Okay, put yourself back on mute. We're gonna have a night with George tonight on that cruise. So whenever y'all hear him pop in, y'all already know why. He's gonna be telling us what's going on out there on the ship. In the meantime and in between time, I'm missing my boy Roger because I know he would have had something really flippy for us to be drinking on tonight. But anyway, it's all good. He's on his way. He might pop in. We never know because he comes with a lot of surprises. But I want to start out this evening, for one, by congratulating my team from the Sessions film, my writer, okay, John Alexander and Felicia Greer. They actually wrote an amazing film that's called 14 Knots. And we are extremely pleased to announce that Denzel Washington and John Travolta they have both expressed mega personal interest in a role in the film. So that is my team. I'm actually working with a team of a bunch of beautiful people. Can't really call out all the names, but John Alexander and Felicia Greer are the reason why I am a part of the project. So I'm really excited about that. So I just want to congratulate my team for making it happen. And for those of you that are interested in writing, because look, there is hope for all of us to be great writers. And I have one right down there, that little chick over there named CB. Anywho, but go to www.coachjohnscreenwritingacademy.org and let him know that Mimi Acosta sent you and get your writing on. Because at the end of the day, they took 3 days to write that film, 14 Knots. And for Denzel Washington and John Travolta to be interested and have personal interest in having roles in this film, they had to knock it out of the ballpark. And that's 3 days. So imagine that, So I'm just like, I'm really excited about that. So congratulations to them. And I'm going to move.
Aunt Diane says she's a writer too.
See, I need to have a conversation with Auntie Diane.
Yeah. We have a very talented family on my dad's side.
I know.
We really do.
I know.
I think that's why I get it from, because ain't nobody on my mama's side can do anything.
Yes. And we had the phone conversations about that. Well, we had the conversations about that when we were by your auntie, when we were all in KC.
And Wanda.
Aunt Wanda.
Yeah.
And I don't want her to think that she got away from us, because at the end of the day, we need to get her on the show. We still got to get Aunt Wanda. Look at George out there looking all spiffy on the cruise, honey, him with his little shades on and stuff. Oh, Lord. Boy, I tell you. Smoking his cigarette and having his drink. Yeah, buddy.
We're gonna have to just call Wanda one of these days. Just call her and just be on here.
Yes. We're going to have to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys.
Thank you, Trey. He says I look nice in my glasses. Yes, I'm a nerd tonight.
Yeah, she got her new glasses.
I lost all track of time. Didn't have time to pop in my contact lenses. No makeup. I'm just scary tonight.
No, it's perfect. You can see. That's all that matters. So
I can see through walls as thick as these things.
It's all good. It's one of those nights, okay? It's an anything goes night. Okay. The boys are out, we are in, you know what I'm saying? George is here. I'm glad that George is here because he can control some things. So anywho, guys, there is a health risk. I don't know if you guys are into like strawberries and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But the frozen strawberries,
it's an aphrodisiac.
Okay, so you're gonna have to hold back on that because they're linked to a recent hepatitis outbreak.
What?
And so the FDA administration, right? The Food and Drug Administration is investigating a recall of certain brands of frozen organic strawberries. And so George, if y'all out there on y'all cruise doing some strawberry shit, pause it. So just to let you know, there's an outbreak going on. You want to hold back on it. It says that the bags were reportedly sold at Costco stores in Los Angeles, California, and Hawaii. But this is the thing, right? And as well as 2 businesses in San Diego and California. But the thing about it is that if they're all coming from one spot, from a farm, okay, and they're going to different places, if the outbreak happened in one place or another, they're still all coming from the same place. So you can't be like, okay, this only happened in California over here or Hawaii over there. If they're all coming from a certain spot, it's like, there's a possibility that they've gone everywhere. Anyway, just look, watch out for strawberries. What do y'all think about that?
But it's
Anybody?
disappointing because I really like strawberries.
Okay, you might just have to hold your strawberry thing for a little bit. And while y'all on the cruise out there in the waters,
I think you gonna go get a strawberry drink.
and then break out.
That would be messed up.
Don't eat no strawberries on the ship.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't eat no strawberries.
No strawberries.
Don't eat no
whipped cream.
strawberries.
No strawberries. Just keep out of strawberries. Jump on the whipped cream. Just saying. Just you can omit the straw. Anywho, moving right along. You see, his dip out is really good because his dip out is going on silent.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna just go on mute. Okay, these chicks right here. Okay, so, and I know that CB, you're gonna have a lot to say about this.
Well,
I already know how you
since I'm in this casino and I know my background is loud, I mute the mic in between.
It is. Okay, that's okay. We get it. So, CB, I know that you are not the biggest fan of Donald Trump. So, how about the grand jury hearing was canceled on today? Come back to me, Crystal. It was canceled on today, delaying possible indictment.
Why?
But it says the Manhattan grand jury weighing charges against former President Donald Trump in connection to the Stormy Daniels hush payment investigation will not be meeting on Wednesday, according to ABC News. The news cites that the grand jurors were called on Wednesday morning and told that they were not needed during the day as scheduled. Instead, the grand jurors were told to be prepared to reconvene on Thursday. So he didn't get away with it, okay? When it's possible, they will hear from at least one additional witness, a source told the news. So I guess this had to have been like a really important witness for them to say, you know what, put the brakes on that bad boy. I mean, do y'all really think that he's going to really get time?
He may not get time, but at least he's brought to justice, proving that no one is above the law. That's the whole point of this because he's touting himself as the end-all, be-all person who can solve all our problems, which we know is BS because he had his opportunity when the dumbasses voted him in, before. And I don't really foresee anyone making that mistake again. By the bad turnout on his rallies, CPAC was pathetic. It was like pathetic. That's what they should call it now. It was just ridiculous. And then he's lying like, this is the biggest crowd ever. Where?
Right.
And it's even proof, like when he did get elected, he's like, it was the biggest turnout of any president in history getting sworn in. Dude, no.
Hold on for 1 second.
Warning, the following video contains explicit language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
I just had to put that in there. It's not a video, it's well spoken, but it's all good.
What?
What's that? Can't understand what you're saying. Sound like a robot.
You do not know what you're saying, dude. You sound like the Terminator.
Megatron. Oh no. So Trey said that there was a school shooting in Denver on today.
Yes. Hey, Aunt Sylvia, I am on.
Okay, so so what had happened was we're gonna move right along from Trump because it looks like yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. So Gladys Knight got an award today from President Biden for the National Medal of Arts. So that is beautiful. I was saying that Gladys Knight got an award today from President Biden. That's big
It's beautiful.
for
She
her.
deserves it. She's amazing.
Yes, she is. She is. I'm loving that. Okay, so I was saying that Trey chimed in and he said that there was a school shooting today in Denver.
Oh, wow.
Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on out here, but these school shootings, yeah. Anyway, not good. I'm gonna move it right along. So I don't know what's wrong with these folks out here. Dentist accused of poisoning wife's protein shakes allegedly wanted to start a new life with an orthodontist.
Orthodontist.
Yeah. So this is what the idiot does. James Tolliver Craig is accused of first-degree murder in connection with the death of his wife, Angela Craig, according to the Aurora Police Department. According to the arrest affidavit, Craig is suspected of slipping potassium cyanide and arsenic into Angela's pre-workout shake beginning the morning of March 6th. That day, she allegedly complained of feeling faint and dizzy. Craig took her to the hospital afterward. Okay, so what the hell is going on? My thing is, if you don't want somebody, why don't you just leave them? And they have like 6 kids together, yo.
Yeah, he didn't care.
You have
He
6
didn't
kids
care.
with somebody and you rather kill her to move on with somebody else
With
because
stepmommy. Yeah.
yeah, with stepmommy.
Like the kids would accept stepmommy at that. Like,
Not only that, if you got to pay child, you know how much you take from losing by leaving her? Like you waited till you have a whole 6 kids. Like, you know what? I'm bored of this, but you steady spitting kids. You got
it's
what?
ridiculous.
You got 5 girls and 1 boy. The boy looks like he's the oldest. What happened? You didn't have a football team, so you decided to just like, you know what? Let me just go over here because this chick over here is gonna make things better. So let me kill my wife.
That happens more often than not.
A whole lot.
Yeah.
Trey said he wanted the life insurance money. Yeah, pimping. He sure did. Yep.
He's got time to think about it because he'll be doing time as a result of this.
Right.
It's like when you do something wrong, you have to think, is this worth your freedom? What if I
Right.
get caught? Is being in jail and away from my loved ones really worth this? You gotta ask yourself. But people just don't think. They act without thinking. And that's what a lot of people have going on right now, is acting without thinking. AWT, acting without thinking.
Yes. The affidavit is saying that what led to it was including infidelity, financial
Infidelity.
problems, and a past poisoning incident involving Angela. So they've had like drama before.
Then she should have left his ass and she might still be alive.
Yes, investigators say that Angela's sister came forward and said that Craig had multiple affairs with several women and told Angela that he had been addicted to pornography since he was a teenager and drugged Angela approximately 5 to 6 years ago. So he's a problem, just a problem man, period. So,
but them being from Colorado doesn't shock me because, no offense to Colorado, I'm sure there's some good people there, but a lot of the nut jobs that we see are from Colorado. Hence Lauren Boebert, who is in Congress, Colorado, nutty as a fruitcake, dumb as a box of rocks, and sitting in Congress. Make that make sense. You know, so many of these, I guess they prefer to be called ultra MAGA Republicans, are just out of their friggin' minds.
Yeah.
And it's like when you see something, it's not true. But when they tell you what it is that you're supposed to see, then that makes it true.
Right.
Hence, if I ran for president and I didn't win, I would just, go lick my wounds and try again. But no, they say if they don't win, then the election is fraud. But if they win, then the election is tried and true, and it was a fair election. Like, since when is losing a lie to where you think you won? It just doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Where's the sportsmanship? What is wrong with these people? Like,
Right.
what is wrong with these people? They're so, and every day, and it's not just one day it happens or two, every freaking day.
Oh, okay. It's okay. Well, what happened was, we're gonna move right along. My sister's feeling a certain type of way tonight. Hey, Gage, what's up, babe?
Hi, Gage.
She just got her feelings, didn't she?
She did.
I get passionate about this because it doesn't just affect me, it affects everybody.
Yes.
All these people are sitting there making decisions for us, affecting us, and we don't have a say. I mean, think about it. Everyone is like, vote, 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 vote. Okay, we vote. We've got people sitting in power, but we have a president, finally a competent president, and he's powerless because Congress basically dictates what he can and can't do. And when you have these idiots in control, and that's what MAGA stands for, morons are governing America. MAGA. Let me say it again for those in the back that didn't hear me. Morons are governing America. That is what MAGA stands for, and they are proving it every single freaking day.
Okay.
Make sense.
So as we talk about school shootings, I'm gonna go back like I'm talking on the news. Okay. Look, and again, because we are definitely losing our youngsters to violence, and it's really, really not good. Today we had another student out of Georgia State. He was shot and killed in Miami during spring break. Now, spring break is off the chain, y'all. They're like trying to shut shit down in Miami as a result. But that's where like a lot of the money comes from, like during this time period, is like from these kids that are traveling out there and it's supposed to be to have a really good time, and it's just turning violent. Like, it's really getting crazy.
Hold on. Gage has a question. We have a competent president. Oh, yeah. You want to go there with me, Gage? Hell yeah, we have a competent president. Compared to what we had before with Cult 45, hell yeah, we have a competent president. We have a president now who can form a sentence and make it make sense. We have a president now that actually gives a damn about the American people and not his American populace. We actually have a president now that is getting things done, making an effort to get things done, trying to reach across the aisles to work with the idiots to get things done. And if not, working to get things done. A president that actually gives a damn. So that's what we have.
Gage?
This president is the president.
What's funny is he's saying he's got dementia. He's got dementia, and he's still doing better than the last idiot.
Exactly. This president lowered insulin to where people, not just, diabetes patients, but anyone who, insurance or not, can get their insulin for $35.
Let me ask you a question, CB. Who was responsible for the monies that everybody got?
What do you mean? Oh, this president, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden was responsible for the monies that everybody got and spent in 2020 for the stimulus.
Well, that was under Trump. But I'm not giving that fool his credit.
You're not giving him one flower. You know what?
Hell to the no. He deserves a weed. I'll give him a damn weed. I'll give him a dandelion. You blow it and the shit blows away. Okay, that's all he gets from me.
And we had a conversation about this earlier. And what did I say? I say that the people are the reason why he's in there, because he is nothing but entertainment. It's all he's about. He didn't think he was going to get this far. Nobody wanted a woman to be the president, and they threw his ass in there. And guess what? That's what we got. That's what we got stuck with for years.
Well, if you vote in a clown, you're going to get a circus, plain and simple. And that's what they got. But the problem is that this circus doesn't just affect his base. The decisions he made didn't just affect them, it affected all of us, and not in a good way.
Yes.
They overturned Roe v. Wade, which is about more than just abortion. And these stupid idiot women didn't get it. They still don't get it. And they're up there like, oh, it's pro-life. The fetus is bullshit. They're pre-life. They don't give a damn about pro-life, because if they were pro-life, they would care about life. They would care about the Black lives that are being taken on a fucking daily basis. They would care about the Asian lives that are being threatened on a daily basis, the Latin lives, the Mexican lives that are being threatened. If they gave a shit about pro-life, they would love and give a damn about all damn life. They're not pro-life. They're pre-life. They care about a fetus.
Yes.
And what's really crazy is they will make a woman give birth to an unalived fetus because she can't have a DNC anymore. A basic procedure. They can't even do that anymore without the doctors in fear of going to jail.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to pass a legislation to where a woman, if she has an abortion, she can get the death penalty. Make that shit make sense. Now, where's the pro-life in that? There is none. There is none.
Okay. Have a drink of water. Let me have a sip with you, sis. My sister's on fire tonight, guys. So what had happened was that we're going to move right along with it.
And not to mention about the guns in the school shooting. Their solution for guns and school shootings, more guns. Make that shit make sense. So in order to curtail guns and gun violence, we need more guns. Make that shit make sense.
Actually, I could make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
You asked the question.
Go ahead.
Let me make it make sense right quick.
Try.
So if somebody is doing something stupid, they got a gun, they are less likely to whip out a gun on somebody if they have the thought in mind that now everybody has a gun in their pocket. Because half these people are like, well, 9 times out of 10, the person in front of them ain't got a gun. But if they guaranteed to know that whoever they're about to mess with has got a gun, they're gonna think twice about it.
But the thing is, I live in an open carry.
You know what I mean?
You don't know.
Unfortunately, that would create a wild, wild west all over again.
And that's what it has created here. We are open and carry here in Arizona. Anybody can have a gun. They don't really do any background checks on anybody. Anybody can get a damn gun. They don't care if you're poor. They'll give you a gun. They don't give a shit. They want more AR-15s on the street. What does a citizen need an AR-15 for? They're not a soldier. It doesn't make sense. And the majority of the shootings that have taken place have been with what? AR-15s in the hands of teenagers and young disturbed people.
Right. You saw what Gage said? Gage said the crazy thing is if Black Americans follow the gun laws, they will change them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Raise the price for ammunition. People will think twice. You ain't lying about that.
That makes sense.
Yes, and I think that they probably need to take that age range from like 18 to like 25 or 30. Like really, like these young kids do not need guns for what?
Instead of trying to change the retirement age to make it older, they need to change the gun age and make it where kids have to be older than what they are to be able to obtain a gun. It makes no sense. And these people are sitting around, contemplating how they can. I think they just wake up in the morning like, how can we fuck up people's days today? Oh yeah, let's go after TikTok. Or how can we fuck up somebody's day? Oh yeah, let's go after Twitter. Like, make this shit make sense. There are more pressing things going on in our country than who the fuck is on TikTok. Who cares? It's owned by Chinese. Big fucking deal. It was owned by Chinese when they first came on the scene. Now it's an issue because Republicans have a problem with TikTok because people are on TikTok sharing their thoughts, and it's usually pretty negative about them idiots. Nobody gives a shit. But now, because they're mad, when they did the hearings against Twitter, Marjorie Taylor Greene is sitting there like, so why did y'all ban my account? Who gives a fuck?
Well, you got to understand, they can be mad at anything that makes as much money as they make or more, and they don't have their hand in it.
Right.
But the thing is, it doesn't make sense. These people were elected, not that it matters. They were elected to do a job, to represent the people. And the only ones that have done anything to help the people are the Democrats. And I'm just being honest from what I've seen. Because when I hear Republicans and see Republicans and watch them during the hearings ask these all asinine questions, which don't matter a hill of beans to shit, they're sitting there arguing and fighting over dumb shit. Who cares? There are more pressing things going on. It just makes no sense.
Okay, so moving right along with the 411, guys.
Yep.
Let me see. Hold on. Trey has something to say. Trey said they had an issue with all social media when people express themselves. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Especially when it's against them. You don't hear them talking about Truth Social, which Truth is a joke because Donald Trump would know truth if it bit him in the ass.
And Gage said, TikTok is crazy all around. I can promote sexual conduct, racism, and violence, but if I say retard, I'm suspended. That's true. That's true. So selective on there.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, moving right along on the 411. This is my last one. Hopefully. Okay, so a father shoots his daughter's abusive ex-boyfriend dead in the chest after he forcibly entered her home and assaulted her. And my take is he's so freaking right. So on Saturday, Gainesville police responded to a domestic dispute at the Polo's apartments complex between a former couple. The unidentified ex-boyfriend made unwanted entry inside the woman's residence and physically assaulted her, according to a police statement. The suspect fled the scene, but returned 30 minutes later, and this led to his unfortunate demise. The victim's father came to the apartment to assist her while in distress, and once the suspect entered again, the father shot the ex-boyfriend once in the chest.
Yeah,
the wounded suspect fled, but he didn't make it that far. He succumbed to his injury. Gainesville Emergency Medical Services declared the suspect dead at the scene despite efforts to save him. Of course, the investigation regarding the father's actions is still ongoing. What are your thoughts on that?
It should be open and shut. Self-defense. Move on.
Right. George? And I don't know that you have any girl kids, but had that been the situation?
He does have a daughter. He'd have done the same damn thing. And not
exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, see, Gabe said self-defense. He tried to attack both of us. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you attack one, you're attacking the other. You know,
exactly.
Trey said the father did the right thing. That's right. I feel that he did the right thing too.
He did.
So, guys, I think that is it for me.
And this signal is being so spotty. I think that's going to be it for me. I'm going to have to check you guys out next week, but I will have some more footage with the with this cruise, especially once I get to Mexico. I'll make sure I have the footage that we're gonna get showed up on there. But next week, I will be with y'all. We'll all be together in Vegas, right? Vegas.
I'm excited.
Birthday.
So look for us all to be look for us all to be there in Vegas next week. And but for us tonight, I'm signing out. I'll see y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Okay. Have a good night and be safe.
George has left the building.
No, he hasn't. He's still with us. Be safe out there, Georgia.
Safe travels.
Yay.
All right.
Anywho, that's our guy. That's our guy.
I have news.
Uh-oh. Bring it.
I lost 15 pounds.
Yay!
But here's
That's
the
a good thing.
here's the
Uh-oh.
thing. I don't know how.
Well, you're probably not eating as much. You're probably drinking more water.
No,
Because you have
I
been
haven't
you have
changed
been
anything.
drinking a lot of water.
Oh yeah, but I
Um,
haven't changed anything.
You're probably moving about more than you think you are. In and out.
Because I was trying on clothes today, and these are clothes that I bought like years ago
Mm-hmm.
that I've never worn. Because you know, have you ever been shopping and you look at something like, oh man, that's cute, and then you try it on, you're like, nah, I can't fit this, but you
Right.
buy it anyway
Right.
on the hopes that you know one day
You're gonna get into it.
you're gonna get into it.
Yes.
I did that today. I got into an outfit. I'm bringing it to Vegas too.
Yeah.
So I'm starving
Look
myself
at
for
you.
it so I can continue to get into it.
Ew.
But it's a cute jumpsuit. Now, the only thing is it's corduroy,
Okay.
but it's short sleeved. It's really cute. And, you know, we talked about, you know, taking pictures when we're dressed up.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to wear that jumpsuit in those pictures. I
Okay.
think that's cute.
That sounds like a plan. I
But
love
I
it.
can't believe that I got into it.
Yay.
Because
That's a
when I
good thing.
bought
I'm
it,
glad
I
for you.
bought two sizes. I bought a smaller size and then a whale size.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't fit neither one. The whale one was fitting tight as hell. And I was like, man, I'm not going to ever wear these. So when I pulled out the closet, because my daughter was talking about it,
Mm-hmm.
and she was like, why don't you try that? I've never seen you wear that. I was like, because I can't fit it. She was like, I bet you can now. I was like, nah. She's like, nah, you've lost weight, Mom. I was like, no, I have not. How? I haven't done anything. Like literally nothing. If you can lose weight being a couch potato, then I have cracked the code.
No, you haven't cracked the code because what happened was that after you were in your accident, you chilled for a second. You weren't doing the things that you normally do. You wasn't up and down. You took a break. You gained some pounds. And as soon as you got your vehicle back, your ass was gone. So that's what it is.
True that.
That's what it is.
True
And
that.
every time you're on the show, you're not drinking some craziness. You've been drinking a lot of water. So that has a lot to do with it, believe it or not. Just the little changes that you make is what makes it happen. So I'm proud of you. That sounds good.
That makes sense. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. So, sis, what are we talking about tonight?
We are talking about if you don't have a traditional relationship, should you expect traditional perks, such as, you know, having dinner waiting for you when you get off work, or sharing a bank account, just things that come with being in a couple role when you don't have that traditional relationship. So basically common law marriage when you think about it.
Right.
Because you live with someone for so long and you start to expect some things, even though you know they haven't put a ring on it, they haven't sealed the deal. But if you're with somebody, and then I feel like if it's a mutual thing, then there should be no problem. Because what prompted this, there was a woman who this guy did and of course a TikTok, and he was talking about he comes home after working a 12-hour shift, and I think it was a 13-hour shift, and his woman gives him a slice of pizza, not his own slice, a bite of her slice, because there's no food left for him.
No,
that's
a whole problem.
Yeah, so he did a TikTok talking about that and put her on blast because, you know, I think it's wrong. It's just, I don't think it's a level. I don't think respect has anything to do with it. I think it's just common courtesy, common decency.
Of course, of course.
You know, if your man is working hard, and 13 hours is a long shift, you know.
Common law or not, if you are
Yeah.
living in there, you know, you will cook and clean and wash dishes and do laundry and take out garbage and do this and that. And it's so many things that you do. And, you know, you just do it just because. It's like, if he's taking care of you,
Yeah.
then what are you doing again?
But then again,
You
but
know?
there are some people, you know, there's some women who they just don't cook, they just don't clean, they just don't wash, they just don't.
And that's where the men have to rethink, what the hell have I gotten myself into, when you got to go, or we got to go separate ways.
Well, my thing is, you know, whatever attracts you to your partner, you have to put all that, you know, into consideration. Like, when you don't know someone until you live with them. Because when you're with somebody, everybody wears a mask when you first meet someone. When you're in that dating phase, everybody wears a mask, to whereas you're not able to be your true self. But as the relationship progresses, so the part, you know, that mask starts to wear thin, and soon the true person comes shining through. And you have to decide if this is the person you want to be with, or if you want to just, you know, cut bait and run. I think that, you know, people, especially people our age, when they get up in age, they don't want to be alone. Because one of the main things I hear people say is, I don't want to die alone. And nobody wants that. But
I don't even understand that saying, because at the end of the day, you still got family, you got friends, you got everybody. I understand what you're saying as far as relationship wise, but if you are not the fit for anybody, then your ass need to, because then you'll be just something negative for folks to think about when your time comes. It's like, you know what? She was a, you know? Or he was a, you know, it's like, okay, you know what? Good thing, because this is what it is. You know, and it's a bad thing all the way around. But still, though, it's like, you know, I would rather, if I know that I am some freaking idiot, I'd rather be by myself than to put that off into anybody else's soul, you know?
Yeah. But it still goes to show, like, everybody needs a connection with somebody.
That's true. Let me see. Trey said, I have a female friend that I went to school with. She would fix me dinner, but we never got in a relationship. She did it until I met my wife. See, that is sweet. That's real sweet. Especially, like, if you're a good friend, you're somebody who's really not cooking, you don't really care to be out like that for whatever reasons, to be eating out like that, or you have health conditions that, you know, you should not be eating out like that, or you got like special meals, and you have somebody who's like really close to you, you guys are friends, and they're doing that for you, then that is like really nice.
But the thing is, too, that's also to say, because you have to let a person know right off the jump, and more than likely that's what he did. Let them know, you know, we're friends, you know, this is what it is. I'm not interested in you romantically, but we can kick it, we can have fun, whatever.
And she probably understood the assignment.
Yeah, exactly. But there's some women who catch feelings, especially if you act the role, if you are treated in the role. You know, if this man gives you attention like he's your man, even though you're his side piece, some women get that confused, like, oh, well, it was like this, but I think he really does love me. I think that, you know, he's the one, you know, that's my man, you know, in their head.
Right.
But he didn't get the memo. And because he's still acting the same way, you know, 3 a.m., he's there for the booty call, you know, whatever, giving her that attention at that time every night, she's thinking, you know, he doesn't have time to be with nobody else. Who do you think he was with before? You.
See, but the thing is, if this is something that she's okay with for herself, and she's happy with it, with whatever arrangement that is, then
but
so
she's
be
not.
it.
No, because she's not. Because in her mind, she's the one. She's delusional.
Right.
and fooling herself into thinking, you know,
Look who stepped into the building. 402, what up? Let me see. The
what's up,
friend zone is
402?
the best place to be. I didn't land on friend zone. Friend zone landed on me. Oh Lord.
Okay. And you know, 402, I'm in the friend zone, and I stay in the friend zone, and I keep all my suitors in the friend zone. And I think that's what sets me apart from a lot of other women, is that I'm
Right.
straightforward. I'm like, this is what it is. If you
Mhm.
can't handle that, let's, cut ties now. And I'm like that. And some people think I'm a mean, cold-hearted bitch. And I've been called that because my feelings, I didn't reciprocate the feelings that they felt for me. So because of that, I'm a mean, cold-hearted bitch. That's what I've been told.
Yeah,
I'll
well,
take it.
that's not, but that's not even cool to say. Folks just need to understand where you're at and respect that.
Yeah.
You know,
But
if you was in your 20s and 30s and you were thinking that way, it was like, okay, something happened and she feels a certain way because of something that may have happened, you know. But at this age, it's like,
I'm good.
you know,
I don't
right.
need a man to bring me happiness, to bring me joy. I can bring myself happiness and joy. And that's what some women, I think, or not just women, just people in general who are codependent on their partners. And they look to their partners, like, if your partner's happy, then you're happy.
Right.
You know, if your partner's mood changes, then your mood changes. Kind of like in Coming to America, when Eddie Murphy had met Vanessa Bell Calloway's character. You know, he's like, so what kind of movies do you like? Whatever movies you like.
Right.
What's your favorite food? Whatever food
And the
you
food
like.
you like. Right.
And I think, when searching for your partner, you can hold a conversation with someone that's always agree with you. I like when someone challenges me.
Right.
Like, I have my opinion, they have their own separate opinion. And I like to listen to what their opinion is. I like having intelligent conversations. And then there are some times where you can't, because I refuse to have a battle of wits with unarmed people. And there are a lot of unarmed people running around out there.
Right. Right. 402 Revenue said the first comment was no ring, no ding. And then the second one is quilting and museums and Tai Chi classes bring joy and fulfillment. Okay.
They do.
Yes, they do.
Right. Exactly.
All day, every day. I love it.
That is so true. But I think, and when people really start to catch feelings, that's where the problem lies. And that's where you get fatal attraction. You come home and there's a dead bunny in your crock pot.
Oh, shit.
That's where the problem lies.
Yeah, but, that stems from cheating, period. And getting caught up, because that's what happens. You get caught up, and even though, he was like, look, this is what it is. It's nothing more. It was just, she didn't take it as that. She took it as, you know what? You stepped into the wrong one because I'm into you. You might not be into me, but, you're going to come around in time. Ain't no coming around.
Yeah, just like it's a thin line.
Yes.
The sweetest woman in the world can be the meanest woman in the world if you make us that way. And that line in that song is so freaking true. When he woke up in the hospital, bandaged from feet to head, just one little sliver from being dead. He didn't think his woman could do him like that. He didn't think she had the nerve. But he's waking up in the hospital, all messed up, half dead.
Right.
Because he crossed that thin line. And there's only so much a woman can take. Or not just a woman, any partner can take.
Yeah.
If you've been wronged. And when they say hell hath no fury, then someone scorned, that shit is so fucking true.
That is true.
Because we take shit to the extreme.
That is true.
Look at Waiting to Exhale. She burned all his shit. Everything. Even the Benz, the Mercedes, the Rolex, everything. And what she didn't burn, she sold.
Let me see. Trey said, CB, what do you think if a guy friend brings you flowers and he understands that you guys are just friends and don't want anything from it.
What do I think if a guy friend, if a guy friend, if he understands that we are just friends, then I'm all cool with friendship flowers.
Right.
They'd be dead the next day anyway because I do not have a green thumb. So if you're gonna buy me flowers, they gotta be fake flowers so that they can live.
Oh, no. You're terrible. Forward to Revenue said, as a former beta male simp, my advice is to keep the bank closed when operating from the friend zone.
Mm.
That's it.
I understand where he's coming from with that.
Yeah.
Because if you shower your friend with gifts, they're going to start thinking, oh, their feelings are changed. I have a chance when they don't. And my thing is, I'm brutally honest when it comes to that, because in relationships, you have to be honest, whether it's a platonic relationship, romantic relationship, whatever. When you meet someone and you decide, within 5 seconds what this relationship is going to be, or if it's going to be anything. When you meet someone in the first 5 seconds, if you want to continue a conversation or if you want to turn and walk away.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the truth. So in that situation, I think honesty, and people just have a problem being honest these days. And I can understand why. Because when you watch the shows like Investigation ID and 48 Hours and stuff, where these love triangles go awry and someone ends up, dearly departed, you just don't know. You have to be really tactful these days.
Right.
I was seeing there was on a show on YouTube. There was where this girl had rejected a guy. He had met her. He wanted her. She was like, no, thank you. And he shot her. And this girl was a mother. They were on some campus. She got killed. Her other friends survived, but they shot her in the head because she
wasn't interested.
Yeah. Her boyfriend was in the back seat and her friend was driving. And so they were on, I forgot what university it was. It was a HBCU. I can't remember which one. It might've been Howard, but I can't remember which one, because what was even crazier is the basketball player, one of their star basketball players, is the one who pulled the trigger. So his life is over.
Of course.
Finito. Because a girl turned you down. You shot her.
Right.
Make sense.
That means that he probably was being told yes his entire life, and that no messed him up.
But to shoot someone in the head because they said no, and that makes women or just anybody in general afraid to.
Well, you know what that is. As a star player, you get rejected from a female. Now everybody's gonna find out.
Yeah. Now
and
everybody
all they're
knows
thinking on is, that shame that, oh my God, I can't believe she said no. And look at who I am. I'm the star this or I'm the star that. And she said no. Now the whole school is gonna find out. I'm gonna be put to shame. They have so many things that are going through their minds. They're so young, and it bothers me.
Yeah,
she told
him she had a boyfriend. Her boyfriend was in the back seat.
Right. Trey said, why don't people understand that no means no? For real.
They don't get it because it hurts them. Right. When they hear no, they think rejection. Immediately that pops into their mind.
Right.
Is they think rejection. And then they start thinking, well, if I do this, this will change their mind. Or if I keep pressuring them, then I'll get what I want.
Eventually,
think about it. When you tell a little kid no, what do you hear? Please, no. Please, mom, please. No. Mom, how about this? If I clean my room, can I please?
Right.
No.
Right.
Some people cannot take no for an answer.
Right.
Because in sales, we're taught every no means that you just need to persuade them more to the yes. But sometimes no really, in fact, means no.
I walk away. I walk away, and especially when it comes to sales, because I've been in sales for a very long time. So when I say, you know what, the answer, if my answer is no, you'll know if my answer is yes, because I'll stick around. But if my answer is no, and you're talking about, well, maybe,
Deuces. We're gone. See ya. Yeah.
I'm straight up out. Trey said, like my parents told my, oh, the truth hurts. Yeah.
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 But some
yeah.
people can't handle the truth. And
Right.
when someone who's mentally unstable can't handle the truth, that becomes everybody's problem.
Yes. That is so true. That is so true.
And that makes it difficult to navigate this dating pool because it's very shallow. The dating pool is very shallow right now.
Right.
And you don't know who's going to come out of a bag on you or who's just going to be cool and accept, I'm not interested.
Yes.
You know? But now when people hear, I'm not interested, or I'm sorry, I'm taken, they think, oh, well, you're not married, so you're still available.
It's a sad thing.
It is. So some people just cannot take no for an answer. They can't take, I'm not interested, because in their mind, they're thinking, well, if they're not interested, oh, she's lying to herself. You know, she just hasn't seen what I got to offer. Next thing you know, they're, you know, exposing themselves to you. Like, that's going to make a difference. I've had so many guys send me dick pics because I was like, I'm not interested. Well, you sure you're not interested? Yeah, I'm really sure now I'm not interested. So
yeah.
And that's
when did it become that though? Like,
it's a turn off.
That to me is super disgusting, because at the end of the day, this is what I'm thinking. If you asked me and I said no and you did that because you're trying to get me to change my mind, and I still said no and I decided to leave it alone, not even talk to you anymore, you're going to the next candidate that's going to, and you're going to do the same thing to that individual until somebody says yes. Excuse me. And then it would take a weak person to go for it. And next thing you know, they're super cheated on because they done threw their stuff out to everybody. You know?
Or they have racked up some STD they can't get rid of.
And now they're going to give it to you. Nah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Because it's like when a guy comes on to me and he appears desperate, he automatically gets a shutdown.
Yes.
And I try to be as tactful as I can because I know that there are a lot of mentally unbalanced people out there. A lot. And you don't know who it is.
And you have to be careful even with that.
You do.
You still got to be very careful because you just don't know who's going to flip as a result of.
You don't.
Let me see. 402 Revenue said, why do women frown at cock pics, but they're always trying to peek through the gray sweats? Well, this is the thing. If you're wearing the gray sweats, we can't help it but to see what's going on because you wore the gray sweats for a reason and you know what that reason is. You know, so we're not good, you know, just like if you're looking at a woman, you know, she's in the gym and she's working out and she's got all her shit printing out, you're gonna be like, damn, you know. So it's the same thing. You know, we're not blind. We're gonna see. It doesn't mean that we're interested.
It's human nature to check each other out. Even dogs sniff each other's asses.
Right.
So when you see someone, it's natural to look them up and down and see what they've got. Look, check out the assets. Look at the face to see if they're cute. When you are attracted to someone, then there's a reason that attraction is there. And if you're blind, you're not gonna fucking know if you're attracted to someone except by the sound of their voice. But those of us who, you know, are privileged to have sight and can check out the assets, that's what you're gonna do.
Right. You know? First of all, when you wore gray, you know what was gonna happen. Because if we wear gray, it's on.
Just like if we walk out and just wear nothing but our bras, what do we expect is gonna happen? Are they not gonna look?
Right. They're not gonna say anything? Of course.
Trey says, check out the menu, but don't order off the menu.
Thank you, Trey.
Exactly. But the thing is, man,
I know 402's like, forget that shit. Say what you gotta say, 402. I feel it coming. It's that kind of night.
But it's like you gotta check out what's on the menu to see what you want. And there's nothing wrong with that. The difference is when you invade someone else's space and
Right.
you're overbearing and you come off desperate.
Mhm.
That's when the turnoff comes, and that's where the rejection comes from.
Right.
Or if you don't read the signs. Like I was watching the show Returning to Amish, and this dude who's cute, he's from, the Amish, and I think he was from Iowa or Utah, somewhere anyway.
What is
But
the Amish all about?
Amish, they live off the grid. It's like a whole community.
Okay.
They live off the grid. They even have their own language. It's really wild. But because they live off the grid, they don't have electricity. They don't have indoor plumbing. They still have to pump water. I mean, it's like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
And like one of the girls, she got caught with a cell phone and she got shunned. So she got kicked out of the community.
Wow.
And so on the show Return to Amish, the Amish young people are leaving the Amish, and then they're coming to the English country. And that's what they call anything outside of the Amish community is called English. So if you meet an Amish dude, he's going to look at you as an English girl. So he met an English girl at a club, and he, was just getting drunk, just absorbing everything. And he asked her on a date that very first night, and she accepted. And so she planned a date where they met up at the beach and they did beach yoga. And he really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was cool. And he was dressed in his Amish outfit. He didn't wear, English clothes. He wore his Amish outfit, so it was hot. And then it began to rain. So they ran off the beach under a tree. It was the perfect opportunity for him to kiss her.
Yes.
And you could look at her and tell she was waiting for the kiss.
And he did not.
And he didn't. He was trying to be, in his mind, he was trying to be a gentleman.
Well, you know what? That's nice, though, because I should have told her hot ass something.
But he didn't know because he's never kissed anyone.
Ooh.
So he wanted to kiss her, but he didn't know how she would react because in their community, you don't kiss until, I guess, you get married.
Well, she should have kissed him.
Yeah, but she didn't. Well, again, with her, she didn't know what was allowed and what wasn't allowed because he's Amish. So he might have been offended. So she didn't want to offend him. So she was just waiting for him.
Whatever. Turn his ass out.
That's what I was thinking. But she didn't. But more than likely, she won't go out with him again either because that moment has passed.
Yeah,
And
but you can still bring that around again. Like it's I wouldn't say it's a deal breaker. Would you?
Well, for her it was because the crew asked her, "Well, do you think you'll go out with him again?" She was like, "No."
Oh, because then she knows that he's kind of like a complete virgin. And if he's a virgin, she's probably like, if he's a virgin, she's probably like, you know what? I don't want to do that to him.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the one because he probably turn into a freaking stalker.
He probably would because he's never, when you never had it.
Trey said it's respect on both. Yes. Yes, I get it.
One of the Amish dudes cried. He was at the club and he walked out and he cried in his little Amish girlfriend's arms. He just cried like a baby.
Why?
Because it was so overwhelming for him because he'd never, ever been out of his community. And he's a part of the older Amish community where they have nothing. We're talking Little House on the Prairie, nothing.
Right.
And to see women twerking, this chick backed into him and was twerking and scared the crap out of him. And so he ran out crying like a baby.
Oh, no.
And he was like, this just isn't for me.
You know what? This is the thing. I am hoping that for like those type of shows that they would have like counseling and stuff like that because
they would have to.
That's not, when
it's
you have shows that are like, controversial shows like that, you got to have some kind of counseling for these people, especially if they've never experienced anything crazy before. And now, because, producers, quote unquote, myself being, I would do some shit, you know what I'm saying, just to get the perfect shot, the perfect scene, the perfect scenario, the drama stuff that's going to create numbers. Like producers really, we don't care. And it's such a bad thing because, and that's like one of the reasons why I got out of some of the circles that I was previously into, because I realized that people don't care. And in our world, we have to care because there is something away from this bubble of entertainment that's reality for some people. Some people can shut it off and turn it on. Like I can shut it off and turn it on in seconds. Like that's my nature, is just to shut it on and turn it on and turn it off. But not everybody deals with it the same way like maybe I do. Like maybe some people just need to, like, I need to talk to somebody because I thought I was going to kill somebody on the set today, and I still hate that person right now. Like away from the set, you still have a vendetta. Like I still want to go after this person.
Yeah.
So there's a reality to this thing here, and I think that more productions need to, and I think it's something that I'm going to advocate. It's something that I'm going to probably have to start, but more of these productions have to get on the bandwagon of getting folks help.
If mental health is a serious thing.
It's very, and then there's
very
so much
overlooked.
There's a lot of peer pressure with actors and entertainers and whatnot. And when you come out of that circle, you are a totally different person. Like, so that's interesting. That's interesting right there.
And they like to, take people out of their comfort zone. And like when I watch Basketball Wives and Real Housewives, and you see these people, grown women, having fights, knockdown, drag out fights over dumb shit. You're like, how old are you? 5? What are we on the playground? Like,
but you know what it is? They give them a platform that they've never had before. So now they're getting all the attention, and they will turn up before, because like even shows like Love and Hip Hop, if you've noticed, from the beginning of time, it was all drama, fighting, da 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 da. Today, everybody's got businesses. They're on their grown shit. Who has babies? The kids are grown, because these shows been on for decades. So it's like you watch the little babies grow up and now into teenagers, and they're dating, and if the cycle is not taken care of in the midst of, then you're gonna have these kids that are gonna come on and they're gonna have their own shows. Like these Kardashian kids, all these kids right now, Beyonce's babies and all of them, check them out in the next 10, 15 years.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna have their own shows doing their own thing, and they're gonna be the new turn up. So the cycle goes on. But if you don't help them moving forward, their minds are gonna be nothing. They'll be nothing.
Because it's a lot of pressure, just to get likes, to get views. The more outrageous your content, the more attention
the more the numbers, because that's what it is. And if you don't have those numbers, you can lose out with the network.
You can.
Trey said, I've been watching the show for a long time.
He said
I've met Amish people.
Yeah. I have too, and they're very nice.
Yes.
They are very, very nice, but they're very naive. And you kind of just feel for them. It's like, man, here, have a cell phone. They don't have anything. Nothing from the outside world. Nothing. I mean, it's literally Little House on the Prairie.
They don't know what it is. They don't know. Because, like with us in the islands, it's almost kind of like the same thing. Not as bad, but, you only know so much. You get this much knowledge because the people that are teaching you only knew this much. So it's like you come to the States and then you realize that there is this much, and you're like, whoa, hold on, I need to go back, gather what I got, and start from here and go forward. So it's I totally get it, but it's not that bad, because the Amish community is like there's you just live like
literally off the grid, because we used to, in Kansas City, when I was in high school, we used to go to Amish country, and we would do hay rides out there. And it was so much fun. They're so nice, and it's so different. Their entertainment is different.
It's almost like playing outside when you were young.
Yeah, like going.
Everybody plays outside. We didn't know anything about cell phones, none of that stuff. We just played outside, got on bikes, went riding, played basketball, hang out at our friends, and that type of stuff. And then all of a sudden, here comes the cell phones, and social media and people taking videos. And it's like, it's a whole new world today than it was years ago. But years ago, it was so much fun because you knew who your friends was by first name and last name. You know where they live. Their parents knew your parents. Everybody knew everybody. The community is tight, And now it's like, who's what? Who's next door? It's like people be living next to you for years and you don't even know who they are.
Yeah, because you talk to them online. Everyone, once the internet hit and that communication was able to be done online, that's when a lot of lies, that's how catfish rose into existence, because people meeting each other online and lying about who they are. But the thing is, what people don't get is on the internet, you can be literally anything
you want to
be.
Yes.
And you can be anyone you want to be.
Yes.
And no one will ever know. And the thing is, until you actually meet up with that person in real life, and that's what happened on Catfish, and you meet these people and it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, I just wanted to just pull them aside and say, what the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, seriously, some of them were doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah, I had an artist. I think I had mentioned it on one of our shows one time before, that I had an artist by the name of D Pimpin, and I'm gonna put D Pimpin's name out there because D was a freaking trip. D was the one that made herself. She had the girl thinking that she was Bow Wow. So she had literally sent the girl, like, she got monies from friends and family, and she had sent the girl $10,000. And Bow Wow was so, he was so he was so excited about this bullshit, right? Like, okay, this chick got busted on Catfish. And now it's like Bow Wow is a part of Catfish now. Like, okay, you know what? I need to bring this chick on the show. So my producer, we actually did her tracks to go on the show. We make sure her outfit and everything was right. Got her on the plane, sent her off to New York, 106 and Park. And she was out there like, yeah, like, and it's really crazy because, she's this little, tomboy, boyish looking girl, looks like Bow Wow, have the little young Bow Wow look. Wow. And went after this chick, and this chick literally sent, she sent $10,000 to the girl. So the girl really thought like, oh my God, I'm going to meet Bow Wow. Brought the girl on the show as well. She was so disappointed. She was so disappointed when they had the whole Catfish thing. I actually was looking at it on TV and I was sick to my stomach because I was like, I can't believe that she did this, and I can't represent this artist now. It's like, I can't take her nowhere because the one thing that I know for sure is going to be a whole Bow Wow thing. The industry is going to come after my company because we are the reps for this artist. And I had to drop her, and every now and then she'll be like, yo, Mimi, MIA, what's up? What? I got new music. And I'm just like, nah, I can't do nothing with you, baby girl. I'm sorry. I can't touch you, man. You've been tainted. You are blackballed,
What did Bow Wow say about it? Like, how did it go?
Bow Wow was geeked. He was really geeked that somebody like would try to do something like that. He was a little upset. It's like, yo, like, you really like sent $10,000 to this chick, and it was a fraud. It's like, you're not me. Like, you can't do that. Like, that's, but he wasn't mad. He was just like, I can't believe that somebody would do this,
right.
And the fact that he actually had them on the show.
Put her on blast.
So, on full blast, and then D Pimpin over there like, yeah, you could represent me. And I'm just looking at her on the show like, I just want to punch you. I want to go through the TV and just squeeze your neck. Like, what are you talking about? Bow Wow is going to shut you down. Like, you don't do stuff like that and think that you're going to get away with it. That's like the ultimate no-no. So no, but it happens a whole lot. And, like Catfish is like one of those shows that I watch a lot. Like, I see that type of stuff and I'm just like, the people that are actually doing stuff like that are really depressed.
They are
mental individuals.
Keyword, mental.
Super mental. To really like put yourself in a position where you're creating pages to go after people.
Right.
And you keep it up for a long time, and sometimes friends of individuals will do shit like this just to get them. Just like, you know what? I got to get her. you know, or I'm jealous of her and I'm going to get her this way. And it's just like, you're sick. I would never talk to somebody that did something like that to me ever in life. What is Trey talking about? Trey said, I'm old school. I like to meet and talk to people face to face.
Yeah.
That part.
That's the best thing, because at least you know what you're getting.
Right.
You know, at least that person standing before you is not telling you she's Janet Jackson because you're looking dead at her. You know, she's not.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Like the best movie line was from Friday when Chris Tucker was meeting up with Nia Long's friend, and she said that she looked like Janet Jackson, and he said she showed up looking like Freddie Jackson. I'm just
oh my God.
Because it's like at some point that truth comes out. At some point they're gonna want to meet you. Yes. And there's only so many excuses. You know, there's only so many times your dog died. And I'm sorry, my dog. I can't fly today. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, my grandma's cat died. I'm sorry. The family, she was such a good cat. The family is so torn up about that. I'm so sorry. So I can't fly out to meet you this time. Oh man, I was gonna drive. I got a flat tire, so I can't make it this weekend either. I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I thought I had a flat tire. I accidentally ran over the dog, but we took it to the vet, and I have to stay here over the weekend and nurse it back to health. So I'm so sorry. I can't make it this weekend either.
Nothing like telling the truth, okay? Because when you tell a lie, you got to back it up with a lie and another lie and another lie and another lie. And it's only a matter of time before you're caught. Yeah, no. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Or the congressman who is so against drag only to have a picture of him in drag.
You know what? I saw that. That was something that I was going to talk about like a week or two ago, because when I saw it, I was like, what is going on? What's really going on out here? Like I saw, you know, and I love me some Jaden Smith. I don't know, it's something about this little boy when he goes out there, he be doing his little tours and he'd be out there thugging it on a stage. And then I saw him doing I don't know if it was a commercial ad or something for somebody. And I saw him in his little outfit looking like a fairy. And I was just like, you know what? I'm not bringing no kind of judgment on these kids. But I was just like, Jaden, what? Honey, who did it? You know, like it's really bad out here. You know, it's just really, really bad with our young boys and shit, girls too, because the girls want to be boys and the boys want to be girls, and the whole place is fucked up.
Well, my thing is, and this is what I've come to find out is true. The ones who go the hardest against something are the ones who secretly are all about it. They're wrestling with that feeling. They're wrestling with their demons that they want to do it. So rather
let me tell you something. I wish I was wrestling with a feeling like that.
It is like
I'll be the first one to be like, you know what? Let me go try this shit right here, right quick. But
but it's like instead of trying to understand something or to try to embrace it, or at least try to understand it, they want to just destroy it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know,
and I don't say destroy because it's coming from somewhere. Like, you know, my daughter is gay. So I'm just like, you know, we've never, ever, ever had the conversation of what, where, how. We had the conversation of who, you know, or where it started, you know, like who did it. But we never had the conversation of what led the situation, like what made you just one day just be like, okay, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do, and she stuck to her shit. Like she meant, you know what I'm saying, I like girls and that's it, and there ain't no boys treadling this body, and she stuck to her word, and she's 32 years old today. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, I'm just like, you know, and I don't really care to have the conversation anymore. At one point, I really wanted to, like, damn, I need to have a conversation with my daughter. If I'm gonna have a conversation, like what happened, like what led you to go in that direction, like who, like just what, and I don't know. To me, it is more acceptable for me with my daughter than if my son was like on the other side and it's like, okay, son, what happened? Because I think if my son had to come and tell me, hey, mom, this happened, it'd be a totally different story for me, Mia Costa, because I'd be like, okay, you know what? Teaching, because somebody's gonna get it. Like who would? Who where? But there's a lot of sick people out here.
It
like
is.
I'm glad that my daughter's story is not like somebody like jacked me up and I went here and what happened was, and because somebody would have to die. But it's just like, this is my preference and that it is. And it's like, okay. And I'm always thinking, because my dream is that I'm like, look, you're going to meet some fine ass basketball player. Cause she played basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you're going to meet some fine ass basketball player. You're going to give me some grandbabies. She's like, shit, not out of this body. And now she's talking. She's like, Ma, when I come home, I think I'm going to go ahead and get a surrogate. And I'm going to work some things out. I'm like, okay. But she ain't gonna be with no guy, but of course, she gonna find some. She's probably her girlfriend is gonna probably be like, okay, I'll carry a baby. And even to that is in my head, it's like, whatever. Can I get some grandbabies, please? No, but but it is what it is. But there's a lost. People are lost. People are lost. It's just a whole lost community of folks. And to me, you just have to respect what people are into, and that's just it. And like, I'm at a place now where I don't even pass judgment about the shit. If people are gonna do what the hell they want to do, you know what? That's fine. You want to swing, you want to ding, you want to ding-a-ling. I don't care. Do your thing, and at the end of the day, just be happy with you, because you got to be happy with the person that you look at in the mirror every day.
Yeah. And a lot of people are not.
They're not.
Even whether you're gay, straight, simp, cis, whatever, there's so many different categories now.
Yes.
Whereas before it was either you're male or female. Now you're trans, but it's confusing. It can be.
No, it's a lot. It's a lot. I was trying to Google it the other day to see like how many communities are out there. Like, you want to, there's a program that I want to do in my head. I can't talk about it right now, but there's something that I want to do. And I started doing research on like how many communities are out there. Cause like, you got the gay, the straight, the LGBTQ, and then you got the LGBTQIA, and now you got the LGBTQIA and from A to Zinc. Look, I could only do but so much because there is so much out there. And the thing about it is that in those communities, they know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They know what it is by looking at each other.
Yeah.
They can tell what you are. And I'm looking at folks like, no, I can't. My little island self, I can't tell shit. I be looking at folks for what it is. If you're a female and you want to be in your little swag shit and that's what you do, okay, fine. Because I get it. Because, I've been studying my own daughter. But, and even with the boys, it's like, okay, I could tell if you're really, really flaunty. But you got a lot of down low folks out here.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, which is what my reality show is about, guys. Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm so excited about this damn show because there's a lot of people that are interested in it now, and I don't want to settle for less on it. But Who's Got the Flavor Now is going to be one of those shows that it's going to really do some. It's going to do some shit. At one point, I was really worried about the damage it's going to do. And right about now, I'm just not even caring anymore. I'm just like, you know what? It's got to come out. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot of guys, a lot of heterosexual acting men out here who are into transgender women are into, whatever else that they're into. And they have families at home. They have kids. They have great jobs. And they're like, I'm ready to come out the friggin' closet. And it's scary because when you find yourself in a position where you're out here dating, you would be dating one of these guys that are like, okay, she's beautiful, but I'm into this dude over here that turned into a woman. Like, dang, ew, what? So, yeah, I have to pass the buck on that because I would be behind the scenes tripping. So it's like, look, we're the production company. We're gonna run with it. We'll just write you a check because you can't be shooting scenes, and I'm gonna be right there. But it's just that thing that I'm just like, it is what it is with people. You just have to respect and love people for who they are,
Yeah.
and not pass judgment, because a lot of people have been through a lot of situations that have led them to that aisle, that road, that life, and we can't judge it because we haven't been.
But there are a lot of people really essentially who don't know who they are, and they're struggling to come to grips with who they are and
And that's sad.
accepting, yeah, and accepting themselves, because before someone else can accept you, you have to accept yourself. And that's why I always tell people, true love starts with loving yourself before you
Right.
can even think about um falling for somebody, being in a relationship with someone. You have to love yourself first.
Right.
And it starts with liking yourself. And there are a lot of people out here who don't like themselves.
Yeah, that's a sad thing.
It is. It
That's a
really is.
very sad thing when you think of it that way. It's like
Yeah.
they are, and there's nothing you can do about that.
It isn't.
Like,
It has to come from within.
yeah, yeah. When I think about it, as far as like what I'm about to do with projects, I
Mhm.
have to think of it from the point of view as I'm a producer and I'm not going to get myself caught up, because I'll try to find myself being a counselor to people I can't counsel.
Yeah.
I don't understand none of that shit. I don't want to understand it because I just don't. It's like, I think that would take a different, that takes a different level of psyche to deal with that. Like, you have to have gone to school to really get the what, why, how, when. Okay, this is what they're thinking. This is why. It's a whole mental thing. I ain't prepared for all that. I'm just
Yeah.
prepared to just produce the show and keep it moving. You know.
But it is.
Yes, Trey. I love myself and everyone. Yes. And you just can't have judgment, because like I said, you don't know where people came from or what has happened to them. And some folks don't know how to even handle the things that happen to them.
That's true.
You know,
Everybody handles stress and
stuff
things different
differently.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we have to learn how to adjust
Right.
to different dynamics. And some people have problems doing that
Hmm.
because they can't adjust to themselves. My thing is, and I've always tried to live my life this way: to thyself be true.
Hmm. Yes.
Because at the end of the day, you have to live with the repercussions of your actions.
Right.
You have to live with the repercussions of your words. And the only person you can be true to is yourself.
Of
If you
course.
can't be true to yourself, then you can't be true to anybody else. And if
That's
you
right.
can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with anyone else.
That's true.
And if you can't be honest with people, no one is going to trust you.
Yes.
And
Yes.
in whatever relationship you have, if there's no trust, then you have nothing.
Yes.
Period.
That's right. That's right. You couldn't have said that better. Yeah. Yeah. And here we are. And here we are.
Here
So
we are.
yeah. All we can do is love and respect and cherish and hope that people are going to be that way with us.
Dude, there's a word: respect.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It's the word: respect.
Yeah.
You know?
And hope that people are going to respect you too, for not just not judging, but folks will try to turn you out because they want you to believe what they got going on or be on their little pony horse ride. And it's
Mhm.
like, no, it's I'm not into that, but I'm going to respect you for being the human being that you are and keep it moving.
But the thing is, even respect isn't mandatory. It should be.
Right.
It should be practiced,
Right.
but it's not mandatory. No one has to respect me.
Yes.
I hope they respect me, as I
Yeah.
am sure they would hope I respect them. But it's
Mm-hmm.
nothing that is mandatory. No one has to respect anything,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And some people really get that word kind of twisted because they think, well, you might not like me, but you have to respect me. No, I don't.
Right.
I really don't. Because the definition of respect is, according to what's the Oxford Language
Hold
Dictionary.
that thought 1 second and let's get right back to it. We'll be like right back. Hold on.
Hey everybody, it's me, CB. Join us every Wednesday for your Midweek Motivator, offering you conversation, motivation, music, laughter, and a whole lot of fun. So tune in. Let's talk. Join us as we shake things up and talk things out. CB and the boys. Join us for your Midweek Motivation. See ya. All right.
All right.
And we's back.
We're back.
We's back. All right. So respect,
Mm-hmm.
according to the Oxford Language Dictionary, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something, elicited by their abilities, qualities, or achievements. For example, the director had a lot of respect for Kirk Douglas as an actor,
Mm-hmm.
or due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, or traditions of others. For example, young people's lack of respect for their parents is a disgrace. So there are different avenues of respect.
Right.
Admire someone or something deeply as a result of their abilities, qualities, or achievements.
Mm-hmm.
She was respected by everyone she worked with.
Mm-hmm.
So just because they respected her didn't mean they liked her.
That's true.
What is the true meaning of respect? Respect means that you accept somebody for who they are, even when they're different from you or you don't agree with them.
Yes.
Respect in our relationships build
Mm-hmm.
feelings of trust, safety, and well-being. Respect doesn't have to come naturally. It is something you learn. And in some cases, it's something you earn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So, why is it that you think respect is important?
I mean, it has a lot to do with morale, like you would be respected if you respect others. If you're a person that's just running around doing shit to people or talking to people any kind of way, thinking it's okay, then that's really like not cool. And the only thing that's going to happen as a result is they're going to do the same shit back to you. And that's a whole fight, a whole shootout, a whole disrespectful type shit. Like, no. And when you lose, when you cross that line, there's really almost no coming back. I don't care, because at the end of the day, you disrespect folks, you're okay, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen again. It's going to happen again because you kind of like let it slide the first time. Even with an apology, you're going to always think this person is going to always come back and disrespect me one way or another. And 9 times out of 10, they do.
True.
But if you nip that shit in the bud, like, you know what, this is what's going to happen. You is not, going to treat me this way. And this is the reason why I'm walking away. And you let them have it and walk away. You'll get more respect for doing that than for sitting around and sucking it up and being, okay, no problem, my bad. Okay, maybe I did it. Maybe I did something to make you do that. And then you go through the whole shit again. And then it becomes that thing. Then you're accepting that narcissist behavior from other folks, that they can just do what they want to do out of you.
That part.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people get away with what we let them get away with.
People get away with what we let them get away with. Yeah. Yeah.
Receiving respect from others is important because it helps us to feel safe and to express ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
like being respected by important people in our lives growing up teaches us how to be respectful towards others. Respect means that you accept somebody, once again, for who they are, you know, even if you don't agree with them.
Right.
So respect in our relationships, it doesn't have to come naturally. Like I said before, it's something that is learned or earned. So the whole thing, basically, in a nutshell, like you said, respect it's not mandatory. Like nobody has to respect anybody.
Right. Right. It's the right thing to do.
It is the right thing to do.
But not everybody is in tune with that.
No,
the right thing to do.
They're not.
Yeah.
Because for us, it's human nature. Before we respect anyone, we have to get to know them. Yes. You can't just respect someone. Like, for example, with the exception of even some people don't respect the president. You know, if they didn't vote for that candidate and that person won, they still don't respect that person.
Right.
So you can't.
What do you think that is because you're not respecting their actions versus respecting the person?
No, because people are sheep. Because their candidate didn't win. So because their candidate didn't win, they're not going to respect the one who did.
We got to get away from the White House with you because you're like, you're about to close out the damn show with a whole damn rant.
Starts to throb. I'm just like,
we're not going to do that. Let's get away from it. Let's get away from it. She like, shit, let me tell you what had happened was it this goddamn White House. Squeeze the shit out of it.
And this works. It helps.
I said it does. You need like 5 minutes goddamn ball. Like,
It's like you gotta have a stress ball. You gotta have a stress ball. It's a must. You got to.
No, I think I would deflate the shit out of it. Yeah, it's like, no, you know what? Do not talk to CB about politics because she take your ass down that rabbit hole. You is not coming back.
Not anytime soon.
But I'm with you though. But you see, this is the thing. I give people 100%. I give people 100% coming in. I don't care what the situation is. And I allow them to cut themselves down to whatever percentage that is. If they pass 50%, I'm cutting them all the way the hell off. Because I know at that point that you're going to make me do something or go somewhere. What Trey said, it's not the White House.
One day, Trey. I'll be
Trey,
expecting your
it's
vote.
so true. It is so friggin' true, honey. But let me tell you something. You don't want to mention the name Trump because that chick goes off into another freaking place. Oh my God.
It's not a good day at Bad Rock for
I really didn't know that you were that strong about it at all. Like at the end of the day, it's like, look, I'm not a Trump supporter by far, but this is what I do know because I take that whole shit to be a joke to me because I know I've seen Trump on the shows that he's done, you know, on all the things that he's done, entertainment, and I just don't understand who led him into the walk of presidency? Who told him, I think you should run for president? Or was it just him just woke up one day and was like, I think I could win the presidency if I run? I would really like to know how that went. Like for real. Like I'm one of those people who I'm not passing the judgment bar on, oh, he's leading this and because at the end of the day, you got a bunch of fucking people that are listening to what his dumbass is saying and they're running with it.
Yep.
But to me, because I come from the entertainment industry, all I'm thinking is pure entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking on him like, oh my gosh, he's about to fuck up the world. Oh, he's doing this over in Russia or China or whatever. I don't I don't follow politics like that, because when I used to follow politics, look, not only am I losing hair now, but I was losing mega hair then. And I've worked for government agencies. So I've always been in those little pockets of politics, whether it's bad or good, because the positions that I had weren't no bullshit positions. They were high positions. And I was always up there with the big people. And I was always listening to how they would cut each other up and do shit. And it's like,
Yeah.
look, let me tell you something. In anything, there's bullshit.
Well, yeah.
I'm gonna just lay it out there. In anything, no matter what it is, especially in entertainment, ain't nothing but bullshit. So you look at somebody like Trump, right? You look at somebody like him,
the one who did build the wall, that Trump, the one who is solely responsible for 400,000 deaths during COVID, the one who rolled back regulations, which directly resulted in the environmental disaster in Ohio. That Trump? Oh,
so you done gone and dug up all his shit.
$7.8 trillion. That Trump, the one who pardoned war criminals, or the one who completely abandoned Puerto Rico?
We deviated. We deviated from our topic tonight. Our topic tonight, guys.
Oh, you got me going now. After one of the biggest natural disasters in history, that Trump, that one.
We have 19 minutes to our show. I refuse. She know where she needs to go to timeout.
But twice. The one who lost the re-election, but perpetuated lies upon lies.
You see what Trey said? Trey said, forget him and his fake hair. Let it go, sis. Let's talk about the topic matter and let's leave Trump alone. Because at the end of the day, guess what? Trump is sleeping half well right now. He doesn't know what the hell his faith is going to be on today. It's 12:41 over here on today. So today we're going to see what his day is going to be like in court.
You have a point.
Yeah, that's going to be quite interesting. So I know the world is waiting to see what the hell they're going to do out of this man. Look, all in the outskirts of the United States and the entire world, folks are going to be looking at this to see what the hell is the outcome is going to be, because he's, and he thrives on this shit. This is the kind of shit that he loves. The entertainment, the whole world is watching me. He doesn't care that he's going to court. He doesn't care that he's been indicted. He doesn't care about none of that shit.
He likes the attention. That's all. That's it. It's the attention.
Yeah.
The thing is, whether it's good or bad, as long as he's getting attention, he's getting what he wants. Because what are we talking about? Him. What are all the other podcasts talking about? Him. What is the news talking about? Him. This is what he wants. We're playing into it.
Yeah, but no, you're playing into it because we have a subject matter, and we went over there Googling shit.
No, actually, that was off of a tweet that I did.
Oh gosh, Shivi, we're gonna have to have a whole freaking 911 security operation just for your ass, just because. So, about traditional relationships and the expectations of traditional benefits, where do we go? I want to talk about that shit. I want to talk about Trump. God.
It's fun roasting him because
I love it. George and Roger are going to look back at this and they're going to be like, these two right here, they done took this shit to a whole new level. Hey, look, I'm just saying what happened was.
You get me on politics, shit. I'll be all day. That's
no, it's all good. It's love, though. It is what it is. I mean, you feel how you feel.
I'm just so passionate about it because it affects all of us, and not just us in Generation X, but it affects Gen Z. Yeah, I want our kids to be protected and everything be good for them moving forward. And it's a shit show right now.
It is.
And it's sad and it's scary, especially to think that Jim Crow could be returning and next thing you know, segregation is to be returning, and then they're going to attack marriage.
Right.
So they're repealing like just everything that has been done, all the progress that has been made. They're just undoing it. And they started with Roe versus Wade. And because they won that, they're ready. They're ready just to destroy everything.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad the way that it's going. I try not to pay too much attention to it because it really does affect me when I pay too much attention to it. It's really stressful.
These colonizers, they don't care. They don't care about us. Michael Jackson warned us. He said they don't care about us. No, they don't.
And he said that song came out decades ago.
Yeah, it's a revelation. It was a prediction. It was a warning.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's right before us. It's right in our faces. But the things that we see and the things that we hear in live time, we're being told that's fake news. What you just saw wasn't what you saw. Right. So that's not what you saw. What you really saw was this. And I saw the movie that I guess you call it a documentary that these dumbasses are toting the 4,000 mules or what the hell ever. That shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It looks like it came from the mind of somebody in crazy land, literally. None of it makes any sense. And it's all lies. And a lot of it is there's so much propaganda now. It's like you don't know. And it's so noisy. It's so noisy. Like here in Arizona, we're gearing up for another fucking election. We just had one.
Right.
And now we're in for another one.
What's the purpose of this other one?
Beats the hell out of me.
Oh, Lord.
And nominate somebody, elect somebody to do something. I think it's for the House of Representatives, because in the House, you can only be elected for 2 years. And with the Senate, you're in for 6 years. So
that
those
who
just won their races have to start campaigning now.
Man. Yeah.
And it just gets to be so much to the extent where come voting day, you just want to mark something just to get it over with.
Every couple of years, it's time to vote. It's like voting for what again? What?
Yeah.
Who? What? Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and it's so frustrating, and it's annoying. And every email I get, I'm being solicited. You know,
that's what's happening now. As a matter of fact, I have gotten to the point where I go to the bottom of those emails now and I unsubscribe because I don't even know who the hell subscribed my email address to all these different platforms for all these different whatever. Yeah.
All these candidates, they want money.
Asking for money.
All these parties, they want money. Send us $5. We need $5 by midnight. We're trying, and we'll match another $5. If we can raise 25,000 by Friday, then we'll be in good standing and we can beat the Republic of their own name. Just stupid shit.
Yeah, when I first started getting emails like that, I started sending them emails back. Oh, this is my situation, and maybe if you guys can help me, then I can definitely round up my people and help y'all too.
Right.
Think I got a damn response back? Fuck out of here.
No. But it's so annoying. You know, we get so numb now to it because it happens so often.
Yeah, people don't care. People just don't care anymore. They're not paying attention to nothing.
And that's what they're counting
their
on.
Own heartbeat.
That's what they're counting on. People just not paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, and it's no matter how much we hate it, we have to pay attention because whoever gets elected is going to be making decisions for us.
Right.
And that's a scary thought with the way things are going.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. And it's so much noise. It's just so noisy. Like,
yeah.
You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know, you just don't know.
You just gotta wait for the next thing, and you know what is the next thing gonna be, you know. And as I watch poor Biden, I saw him giving that award to Gladys Knight, and I'm looking at the video, and she went to hug him, And he's looking like, what am I doing? Hug. Okay. Like he just, oh gosh, he just looks like a flower about to just,
But the thing is with that, he's gotten so much backlash because before he was a friendly guy, he would greet people, handshake, a hug, just the normal stuff. Next thing you know, you got women coming saying, oh, I just felt uncomfortable. Bitch, what?
Yeah.
It's a hug. Come the fuck on.
Right.
Then you
right.
should have reached
But,
out your hand.
his mind is not
So
at
he
100%.
gets backlash. Yeah, but he gets backlash for anything that he does.
Yeah.
Just like when Obama was in, they they had nothing better to do, so they started getting angry because he had on a brown suit. He put his feet on the desk of the Oval Office, as every president has done.
Right.
But because he did it, it's an issue.
Right.
He wore a brown suit instead of a black suit. It's an issue.
No.
He wears this color tie instead of that color tie. It's an issue. And the one thing that I've discovered as an adult, and this is for any and everybody, and the thing is this: you cannot please everyone.
Yes. That's
you
true.
can only please yourself. You can't please everybody. You can try to please everybody and do things the perfect way and do things according to what this group wants you to do while appeasing this group, because there's going to always be another group that doesn't like anything. You cannot please everyone.
Yeah.
Ever. No matter how you try, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. And that's where you have to think. Like, okay, what's most important? Because pleasing everybody is not going to be it. That's not going to ever happen because, you're right. Folks are going to have their things that they're going to say, okay, she's this or she's that, or he's this or he's that, or it's going to always be something. And you just got to go with what you're feeling. And as long as it feels good and it's right, then you freaking go for it.
Because if you don't accept the fact that you're not going to please everyone, if you don't accept the fact that you're not perfect and you never will be,
right?
If you don't accept that and embrace that as your truth, then next thing you know, you're going to be balled up in a fetal position crying like a baby because you couldn't handle the pressure.
Yeah, no.
People make the mistake, and it's okay to think. We all should think. Thinking is a good thing. What is a bad thing and what people should never do is overthink, because overthinking leads to negativity. Overthinking leads to unproductivity.
Yeah.
And that's where we all go wrong. People overthink stuff way too much. I'm guilty, very guilty of that, because I'll do something, then second guess it. And then I'm like, oh, shouldn't I? I don't know. Does this look right? Does that look right? I don't know.
Right.
And I'm so bad at overthinking stuff. And when you waste time overthinking, you don't get shit done.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And not everybody gets that memo. We are on this mission to be perfect, to search for perfection, chasing that fountain of youth, looking for the next serum that's going to make us look 20 years younger, looking for the next gimmick that's going to, age us, that's going to regress us. When people just don't accept themselves in the now, live in the moment. Don't live in yesterday, because what counts is today.
Right. Yeah.
And we don't know what tomorrow brings. We can have hope for tomorrow, but we need to live in the moment, because now is what's happening. And if we don't live in the moment and embrace things around us and just take a minute to step back and assess things and just enjoy life now, you're going to regret it. There'll be a lifetime of regrets.
We can't have
Because
that.
everybody sings the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I should have done that. I would have done that. I should have done that. And that's
Do
what
it now, whatever it is. Don't care what it is.
you have to.
Do
Don't
it.
sing the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Because at the end of your life, when you're breathing your last breath, don't think of all the things you wish you would have done when you have the opportunity to do it now.
Right. Right.
And with that, we have about 5 minutes left.
Yes. So, Auntie Diane, if you're still with us, thank you so much for rocking with us, even if it was but for a few minutes. So, thank you very much for being with us. 402 Revenue, Trey, Gage, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for rocking with Mimi and CB because the boys are out. George is on his cruise doing the damn thing with his chick
Roger.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Roger is still driving, honey. I know he's still driving because if he would have been able to get on here with us, he would have been on here with us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The boys
that
are
we know.
Yeah. But next week, we have a great show for you guys. So don't want to miss that. We're all going to be. And Diane says she's watched it all the way. So she's still with us. Thanks,
Hey,
Diane.
thank you, Auntie Diane.
But next week, we're all in Vegas. Our show next Wednesday is my birthday, March 20th.
Yay.
The day sunshine entered the world. Yes, yes.
A lot.
Yay, me! So we're going to be in Vegas next week. Next Wednesday, we start our adventure on Monday, the 27th, and we'll be in Vegas for 5 beautiful days, the 27th through the 31st. And then me and Mimi will be in Arizona from the 31st to the 1st. So catch us on Bigo Live.
The 31st to the 3rd.
Is it the 3rd? Oh, yeah, the 3rd, Monday. I'm tripping.
That's okay.
That's right. So check us out on Bigo Live, and we'll be going live, and we'll be doing stuff. So it's going to be fun. Watch us drink, because I plan to drink a lot. It's going to be great. So
I don't know why she had to put that in there, because she would say all that shit, and then she'll show with a damn bottle of water. Hey, look, it is what it is. She's the designated driver, so yeah, she's gonna.
I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll be drinking a lot of water, with hopes and dreams of more. But it'll be fun. We're gonna have fun.
We're gonna have fun.
We are, and we'll probably do some Facebook Lives while we're driving back from Vegas. So that'll be fun. So have fun. We'll have our Friday chat, and we'll probably do a Saturday chat too. So everybody look forward to that. We'll be in the building, the same building. So it's going to be so much fun. Thank you so much for rocking this. We come to you every Wednesday as your Midweek Motivator, offering you music, laughter, motivation, conversation, and a lot of fun. Soon we'll be offering music again. We're still, working out the platform. So just bear with us. But we still offer that. So definitely thanks for rocking with us. Go to our website, cbandtheboys.org. And don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, hit below, subscribe. In order for us to bring you more and to do more in the future, we need the subscriptions. We have to have at minimum 1,000, and we're not even close. So we need you guys' help. We have like 62 now, and which is a good, actually, it's a milestone because we started with 1, and then we moved up to 2, and then we were at 5 for the longest. So now we're at 62. So I'm not complaining. I think we're doing great. We just got to get better. But thank everyone. Thank you so much for rocking with us. And if you like us and subscribe, you can win prizes. So definitely do so. You're going to love our prizes. We give out great prizes. But you got to like us and subscribe.
Yep.
So after you subscribe, leave a message in the comments letting us know you've done so. And we'll put your name in a raffle, and you can win some pretty cool stuff. So do it.
One love. God bless. We're out of here.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.